Hey, what's up everybody? It's Amaya. So, wow. It has truly been a minute and a half times 5,000 since I have sat down and filmed. And you may not notice it because I have been uploading pretty regularly, which I'm pretty proud of if I do say so myself. But all of those videos have been pre-filmed like a week to 2 weeks in advance. So in actuality, I haven't actually filmed in a really long time. I am very excited to film. Today we are going to just go full in, and you know what? I figured if I can't come back full throttle, full force, then what's the point in coming back at all? So today I'm going to be doing a glam as heck, because we are PG on here, glam as heck makeup tutorial. I'm going to be going all out. We have freaking glitters here. I'm going to be using the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Vault collection, which I'm going to spill the tea on, don't you worry. Yeah, we're just going to go full out, full beat. I have been totally into all the light coverage, all the glowiness, all the naturalness, and you know what? I'm kind of over it right now, and I really just, I need it. I need to just cake it on. I'm having a craving for the cake. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So before we get into the video, as I always say, please make sure to check out my Instagram and Twitter. They are right over here. All my other social medias will be in the description box below, so check those out if you wanna. If not, that's fine. No judgment. Will your life get better, like significantly, by checking them out? I mean, maybe. But you won't find out till you try. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop right in. Okay, so eyeshadow primer. Wait, nope, wrong thing. So I'm just gonna be starting out with the e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm because, dude, my skin is so dry right now, which is really weird because it's been super oily all day. And I tried out the L'Oreal True Match foundation, like the original one in like a little bottle like this. I tried that out for the first time today. I've used it on clients before, and they always seem to love it, but I never use it on myself because, you know, dry skin, and that one's made for more oily skin. But since my skin has been so like uncooperative lately, it's been like dry but super oily and making makeup break up, I decided, you know, let's try this foundation, let's see how it works. And my skin just felt really weird all day. Like, it was definitely very shiny, but it also felt tight at the same time. So I don't know if it was the combination of primers, you know, the fact that it was like 95 degrees outside and it's September 3rd. I don't really know, but it just didn't really feel great. So now my skin is like shiny and kind of greasy feeling, and I'm kind of sweaty, more than kind of, but my skin's just not cooperating. So we're just gonna hydrate the heck out of it, and just, if we feel greasy, then we feel greasy. I'm also gonna go in with the Cover FX Blurring Primer just to blur them pores. Okay, now we can go in with the eyeshadow primer. Still using this freaking Wet n Wild primer. I've had this thing for like a very long time. It is probably most definitely not safe anymore to use on my eyes, but I haven't had any issues and it works great still, so that's what we're doing up in here. Now I'm going in with a little bit of concealer and just putting that on the lids as well. Okay, so now we're going to be starting out with the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. If you have not heard of this collection and you are in the makeup world, I don't know where you have quite been, but this has caused quite the stir in the beauty community, and all I can say is that I freaking love it, and I love Jaclyn, and me loving this collab has nothing to do with being biased towards her, but if this was anybody else's collab, or just Morphe's palettes in general, or Tarte, or Too Faced, or freaking BH Cut, I don't know. It's still a great collection, and I really do like it. So I'm going to be doing it today, showing you guys everything. I'm going to try to use like colors out of all the palettes, so we can just kind of do like across the spectrum. So I'm going to start out with the Dark Magic palette, and I'm going to take the shade over here, which is called Poof. That's cute. And I'm just going to use this to set my lids. I really like this shade because it's definitely a cream, but it has, I don't know, it has like a little bit of depth to it, so it's not just like white or like very, very light. I feel like she did a good job of like formulating a nice cream shade that will suit a lot of people. Really making sure to set everything because it is sweaty in this room, and I don't want no creasing up in here. Okay, so the majority of palettes I'm going to be using are the Ring the Alarm and Armed and Gorgeous palette. This is what Armed and Gorgeous looks like. Very, very pretty. Yellow, orange, green toned. And this is what Ring the Alarm, hold on. This is what Ring the Alarm looks like. So again, orange berries. Very warm and yummy and delicious. My faves. I'm going to be starting out with the shade Access right over here, which is a really nice, warm, like sunflowery yellow. I'm just going to go in and blend this all over the crease. Not being very precise with it. Just kind of taking it all over the place. I just kind of want a nice warm base. I can't decide if I really want this color to show up or not, so I'm just gonna keep building it up and see what happens. Now I'm gonna be mixing together Secure and Agent over here. They're like kind of orangey, warm brown shades. Just mixing those together on a Morphe B81. I literally use the same brushes in every tutorial. And I'm just going to do that same thing, but this is a little bit more of a smaller, tapered, dense brush, so that's why I am using it. Because I don't want this color as spread out as the yellow. And I'm starting on the outer corners, and then I am bringing this in. Okay, now I'm going to be going into this palette right here. I'm going to be taking Alert over here. Can you see that? It's like a terracotta orangey brown. And just doing the same thing. I just really want to build up the orangey warmth in the crease. I mean, I know people are complaining about these bolts and whatever, but you guys are seeing the proof on my eyes right now. Like, I'm really not even giving two poops about how this eye look is going. I'm really just slapping on eyeshadow at this point, and it's blending beautifully. Okay, now I'm going to go into Bling Boss, and this is probably like my favorite, I don't know, this is just like my favorite palette. I just think it's so gorgeous and beautiful, and I love it. I'm going to take Sparks, which is this gorgeous like cranberry red, and I'm just going to start packing that into the outer corner, and I'm using a M433. I don't even know why I looked at that. I know this brush by heart, but I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's what we're talking about. That's beautiful. Just going back in with the B81 and just blending out the edges. Now I'm going to be switching back to Ring the Alarm. I'm going to be going in with some of this shade right here, which is called Framed. It's like a dark berryish purple, and I can't decide. I'm going to take this on a Morphe G13. I really don't mean to use all Morphe brushes here. This is literally just my typical brushes. If you watch any of my tutorials, you will know this. I'm just adding this color in to amp up the purpliness of this eye look. Just love purples and reds mixed with oranges on the eyes. It's really my favorite color combination. I don't know if that has to do with me having green eyes, and those just look really nice together. I don't know what it is, but I just love the look. Going in and blending that out with the M433. Softening the edges a little bit. And then before we completely blend that out, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Secret over here, which is like a warm brown. Pack that on the outer corner as well. Okay, now going back in with the M433 to just kind of blend that out, soften it. With the B81, I'm going to grab a little bit more of Access, which is that first shade right there, and I'm just going to take it on this brush and kind of go on this top area right here to help blend that out. I find that when you have a very, very pigmented shadow and you kind of don't know how to blend it out without losing a ton of color, I like going in with like the first or second shade that I used and kind of using that as like a transition, kind of a buffer between the dark shade and the light shade, and I find that it kind of creates like a new color in this like inner crease area, because you have your upper crease, you have this crease area, then you have the outer corner. So I find that if you use the shade that you have in the upper crease and kind of blend it down into the outer corner shade, it helps everything kind of become seamless in that middle transition area. I'm also going to take a little bit of Secure and Agent and just kind of do the same thing. I'm just going back in with no extra product on that G13, and I'm just kind of like making sure the color is all good there. Okay, so the last shade we're going to use is in this guy right here, which is the Dark Magic palette, and I'm going to be using Temptress, which is this super, super black shade, and there's like tiny little micro glitters in there, but you can't really see them. I don't actually know really why they're in there. It's a super black shade though, so be careful. I'll show you guys what I've been liking doing lately. So I'll just take this brush and I just kind of go in with an angled brush and do like where I would put the liner. But instead, I'm kind of buffing it up. And it kind of blends itself and creates like a darker outer corner, kind of a liner effect. And you get that like blackness on the outer corner without actually having to go through the trouble of blending black on the outer corner, which can kind of be time consuming and it can look a little harsh. I'm actually gonna go in with a Morphe E28 and I'm going to go in with Sparks, which is that like reddish pinky shade. And I'm just gonna kind of go over that area because I feel like we kind of lost like the reddishness in the look. Yeah, that's a lot better. I don't want to blend it out using the purple because I feel like it'll just be too like bruised looking. As you can see, we like darkened up the outer corner by adding the black without having to actually like add black, if you know what I mean, because black is time consuming and I don't have that kind of time right now. Okay, so I can't really decide what I want to put on the lid. I want like a nice gold. I feel like I want to go in with a gold shadow on the lid and then put this kind of like orangey coppery glitter on top. I feel like that would look really pretty. So I'm going to go in with the shade On Camera, which is this beautiful gold right here. So pretty. I'm just going to go in on a Luxie 239. Put this on the inner part of the lid, kind of where we have a little bit of space left. I love yellow and purple together. I just feel like they're opposite colors, but they're some of the opposite colors that go the best together. You know what I mean? Now I look like I have my, well, not my personal school, but the school that I would have gone to if I had not been homeschooled. These are their colors, purple and gold. Okay, then I'm just gonna blend the edges of that a little bit. Even though we're not gonna be like seeing the shade, we're covering it up with glitter. I do just wanna make sure everything is nice and blended. There's no harm in that. NYX Glitter Glue. I'm gonna try using the silicone glitter applicator from e.l.f. And I'm just going to pat the glitter glue on the lid. And then going with our glitter, this is Bella Pierre Copper. It's CG012. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a nice, ooh, spilled it all over me. Nice orangey glitter. And I'm just gonna kind of pat that over top. Why have I never used this tool for actual glitter application? I've used it for like liquid eyeshadow or liquid glitter application, but not actual glitter application. And I'm kind of wondering what is going on with my life that made me not do that. It's applying it so easily and I love the shape of it. You can get right into the inner corners of your eyes and it's not fluffing it around like a brush would. I'm just kind of applying what's left over into like this matte area right here so we have a kind of a nice blend, if you know what I mean. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in and kind of, I don't want to use that brush. I'm gonna use this guy actually and just kind of fluff away some of that glitter that went up in the crease. Okay, so I have the JCat Rockin' the Night glitter in Gatsby's Party, and I kind of want to use a little bit of it. It's just such a beautiful gold that spilled everywhere when you open it. I mean, look at this. Pressed it on the inner area. Oh, that really made it pop. Okay, I see you guys. We looking cute. Cute. I kind of feel like I don't want liner. I'm just gonna put like a thin line, you know what I mean, to cover our lash band. Okay, I do kind of feel like I want to wing with this. Oh yeah, that looks cute. Okay, now I'm just going to go in and fix up that wing. Now to get rid of the glitter, one of the best things that actually works is a piece of tape. You just go through and kind of stick it to your face. Where you have the majority of the glitter. It actually picks it up really nicely. You guys can even see that, but it does. It picks it up very nicely. Okay, so for lashes today, I kind of want to try out these House of Lashes lashes that I got in my last BoxyCharm. They're called Temptress. In a later video, I'm going to talk about why I skipped my last BoxyCharm, but for right now, we're just going to use these lashes because I think they look really pretty on just like a clean, like fluffy brush. I'm going to take a little bit of Poof, which was that first cream shade that we used, and just lightly buff the edges of our eyeshadow to make sure everything is nice and blended. This is a really great tip if you feel like you kind of have your shadows blended but they're a little bit harsh near your eyebrows. Just take the cream shade or even that face powder, honestly, and just blend everything out. And then I'm going in with the Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter. And I'm just taking this on a Morphe Y22 brush and highlighting my brow bone. Now I'm going to go in and apply our falsies. I feel like that looks really pretty with this look. They're natural, but still like they're long and dramatic enough. Wow, okay, on a scale of 1 to freaking easy, that was freaking easy. Okay, so we are back and ready to get into the face. So I'm going to be spraying my face with a little bit of the Smashbox primer water because I'm hot. And then we'll be going in with the Flower Light Illusion foundation, and mine is in the shade Classic Tan M3. I am in love with this foundation. It is so nice. I'm going to be mixing in a little bit of the L'Oreal Magic Lumi. This foundation is just so beautiful on the skin. I also feel as though it has a dewy look without being greasy looking, because I've been finding that my skin, like I've been saying, is a lot oilier than it ever has been in the past, and I find that looking super dewy is just not practical for me for long periods of time. So I'm always looking for something that's going to give me a dewy look as it wears, but it's going to be pretty satin slash slightly dewy. You know, I don't want anything matte. I don't want anything too full coverage. I still want to look natural, but I just don't want to look like a grease ball. I feel like this foundation has totally been doing that for me. I would say it's a good medium coverage, and you could probably build it to pretty full. I mean, just look at it on the skin though. It just looks so good. Okay, so for concealer, I'm just going with a little bit of my NYX Got You Covered concealer. And then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Waterproof Concealer. I have not done full coverage in a very long time. I'm just adding like more foundation. I did 2 pumps of this foundation. I literally used all of it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and blend out our concealer now. I'm using the Morphe sponge, by the way. The one that has the flat side. I'm looking over at a mirror, by the way. I figure you guys all know this stuff, but I feel like we, like as YouTubers, we just have to give these disclaimers, but yet everybody literally knows what we're doing because we all give the disclaimers, but whatever. Okay, so today I feel like doing some cream sculpting, so I'm going to be taking Beautiful Bronze from LA Girl, and I'm just going to be putting this on my cheeks. I'm gonna do one cheek at a time. I literally cream contour every single day. Well, okay, I cream bronze every single day, but I haven't like cream contoured. I don't even know if I'm gonna do that today, but I don't want to just cream bronze. I want to like kind of sculpt. If you really want to go for that very natural like sheen to your skin, kind of like an everyday makeup sort of thing, and no makeup, no makeup, I highly recommend trying out a cream bronzer. Okay, I'm just going to literally take the tiniest amount and just kind of put it down my nose and just blend that out. It is kind of gonna get like all over the nose, but we'll fix that with a little bit of this. Just go down the middle and there we go, we are fixed. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in Champagne Pop. This is a little sample size that I have, and I'm going to use this as my highlight today. I can't decide if I like these or not. I don't know, let's see. Used it before, but oh, that is, oh. Okay, now I'm just going underneath my eyes and cleaning up the creases that I have underneath there. I'm going to go in with the Coty Airspun powder and yet another sponge. I like using separate sponges for everything. I just have to. Otherwise, I don't know. I just don't like cross-contaminating. And I'm just going to press this into my under eye, kind of avoiding like the highlight area, and I press it into my nose and like inner corner eye area first. Then I just take whatever's left over, kind of tilt my Beauty Blender sideways so I'm able to get to the outer edge of my eye, but still make sure that we keep the highlight nice and glowy. So I'm gonna go down the center of the nose. Okay, so that was just strictly for setting. I'm going to be kind of highlighting that area after I put on the other powders. So I'm going to be going in with my Shade and Light Contour Kit from Kat Von D. Kind of want to try out this brush. This is a crown brush. Got it in my Ipsy bag. I'm not really sure what kind of a brush it is, but I'm just going to mix a little bit of this guy with like of that guy, the dark one. And I'm just going to kind of, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm just going to go in with my Real Techniques blush brush and just use that instead. Okay, then I'm just going to go in with my Luxie 207 medium angled shading brush. And I'm going to take some of the lightest shade, really tap that off, and just go in and set that nose. I'm going to make it a little bit of the warmer shade actually, because I am kind of tan right now. And then I'm going to go in with the Luxie Precision Foundation Brush 660. And I'm going to take a little bit of that banana shade, the yellow shade in the middle, and just kind of press this into the inner part of the eye and nose area right here, just to add a little bit of highlight. And I'm going to go in with my sponge, get a little bit of that on there, and just clean up that bronzer. I feel like whenever I do this, everything comes together. I've been loving this blush recently, and I literally, I use it all the time for everyday looks, for glam looks, natural looks. I don't really care. I just use this blush all the time. It's the Note Luminous Silk Compact Blusher in Desert Rose. This shade is so beautiful. It screams fall, but it also screams summer at the same time. You can really use it for like either a fall look or a summer look. It just looks so beautiful. I'm just taking my Luxie 514 brush, wow. And I'm just going to kind of dab this onto the cheeks. I just feel like it's the purple, what am I saying? I just feel like it's the perfect orangey, corally cheek. Really like, I don't know, it's like youthful, pink cheek, orangey cheek, like just got done from running kind of a look. In like a fall way. You know what I mean? I feel like whenever I put this on, I feel like a model, like rocking my fall cheek. I've been applying blush more on the apples of my cheeks and working backwards. I just feel like it kind of makes my face look rounder and not so like oblong. I don't know. I just really have been liking how it looks, and I find that it looks very youthful on the face. As long as you know, start back here and then just take the excess and put it on the cheeks. Like don't, literally dab it. But I find that blending it kind of on the apples of the cheeks creates like this really youthful, pretty look. And I've been really loving it. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of my Pure Nude highlighter and my Wet n Wild powder brush. And I'm just going to kind of buff over this very lightly. Okay, so for highlighter, I'm going to be starting out with the Master Chrome. This is the Maybelline Molten Gold highlighter. It is so stunning and creamy and delicious. The color is just really beautiful. I just really love it. And I'm just applying that with a Morphe M501 because I find that the more and more you work it into the skin, the more and more like the pearls start to reflect. It's a technique that I learned from Mariah Leonard. Really blending your highlighter in and working it out, and it really gives you that like glass-like wet skin effect. Okay, and then over top of that, I'm going to be taking some of the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter, just a little bit, and just whoop, popping that right on the top of the cheekbone right there. And I'm just going in with my sponge and just pressing that all into the skin. And then I'm actually just going to take my blush brush and just pop that over the apples of my cheeks. I find that that helps it, so that way the highlighter is not like reflecting off the pores in the middle of your face if you just kind of like dab that blush over there. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm just going to kind of speed through what I'm doing because it's not very precise. So I'm going to go into Framed right here, and I'm just going to kind of put this all on the lower area of my eye, like the lower lash line. So I typically start with like the lightest color and then blend everything out, but we're actually going to work backwards from what I would typically do. So I'm going to start with like the second darkest color that we used, which was Sparks. I'm going to take that on the pencil brush and just very lightly start to blend out that purple. And each shade as I go, I'm blending it down a little bit lower. So you have that nice gradient from dark purple to like that nice orangey yellow. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter and just pop that on the inner corner. And then I'm going into Armed and Gorgeous, and I'm going to take this bright white shade called VIP, and I'm just like very lightly taking that and just popping it on the very inner part of the inner corner just for like a little extra pop. And this shade is very white, so you want to be careful not to like over apply it. Now I never do this, but I'm going to. I'm just going to take the Aqua XL pencil from Makeup Forever and put some black in my waterline. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Kind of concentrating it on the outer corner. I'm not going all the way across. Okay, and so because I don't need this look to last, I'm not going to spray it with setting spray. I am going to go in with a little bit of Fix Plus though. I'm taking this look off like 30 minutes after I get done filming this, but I still don't want to look powdery, so. Okay, and as that starts to kind of dry down, I'm going to go in with my beauty sponge and just press down all the powders. I concentrate it in the forehead and kind of where the blush and highlighter meet. And lastly, I'm going to go in with some lower lash mascara. Okay, I've decided on my Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Lip Liner from LA Girl in Keep It Spicy. And I'm just going to line my lips. I'm going to be going in with Nude Embrace from Maybelline. Keeping this focus on the center. And then I'm going to be going in with L'Oreal Color Riche Shine lipstick. These little guys. This is in the shade Glossy Fawn. A little bit of shine. I'm going back in with Keep It Spicy. Just kind of blending out that lip line. Okay, and then I'm just going in with a little bit of Buxom White Russian in the very center. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look, and I am so happy right now. I just really needed to sit down and just glam my face up. I just wanted to be able to sit down and do what I wanted to do and not have to go anywhere afterwards and just be creative, and I feel like I was really able to do that today. I feel like my soul is like filled. I just feel very full right now and very happy and excited. I hope you enjoyed watching. I miss doing tutorials, and I feel like I'm definitely going to get back on doing them, doing more of them, all different kinds, glam ones, natural ones, informative ones, quick ones. I just want to get back into the tutorial train, the tutorial realm of things, and I'm just very excited to do so. So yeah, even though it's like 85 degrees outside right now, I feel so ready for fall. I'm gonna grab my sweaters and grab my candles, grab my cinnamon donuts, and I'm just gonna chill by myself and let nobody bother me. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.